The Stuffie Sleepover at People's Church was quite an exciting weekend. Everyone arrived to drop their stuffed animals off safely with their masks on outside. There was so much enthusiasm and anticipation for the weekend ahead. We started off by playing parachute games. That's what we do often at our kids' sleepovers too, because it helps to get all the wiggles out. And then the Stuffies wanted to do some fidget basket activities. Those fidget baskets haven't been played with for a long time. There were a lot of fun toys and activities in there. After we wrapped that up, we headed into the kids' room to settle into the pillows in the reading nook for story time. Everybody found a comfy spot and we read Unitarian Universalism is a really long name, and The Water Protectors. We had a great story time until we pulled out The Gas We Pass and the story of farts, and then the whole story time completely devolved into fart jokes. On the Stuffies registration forms, each child indicated what their Stuffies' allergies, their bedtimes, their favorite activities, and anything else we should know about them. Celia is a seal who loves doing tricks, and Lollipop loves to read. Next, we headed over to the toys. Legos are always popular with everybody. Peggy especially enjoyed the Lego bin. It was just her size. Here, Vanilla Polka Dots and Prancer the reindeer were building with the cups, while Ring Around the Rosie doll and Cinder were sliding down the slide with Snakey. Snakey loved the slide. After we were done playing in the playroom for a while, we headed into the kitchen to bake some cookies. Everybody loved baking the cookies. We were fortunate that Peggy and Panther Ang were there to help take the cookies out of the oven. Everyone gathered around to watch the cookies coming out of the hot oven. After that, it was time to decorate them. All the Stuffies got the frosting and the sprinkles out to make the cookies beautiful. And after that, they bagged them up and sent cookies home with each child. So that was really nice. After they got their fill in the kitchen, they headed into a classroom for checkers and chess playing time. We had quite the rousing matches going on. Peggy and Mandry were playing quite an intense chess match with Foxy and Panther Ang offering their guidance throughout. We had to keep checking the registration forms to ensure we had everyone's correct dietary preferences. Snakey eats snake pirates, and Cinder likes candy canes, pop, and popcorn. Fortunately, the weather was mild enough that we got to enjoy some outside time to play on the playground. Here we have Cinder and Prancer and Ring Around the Rosie doll ready to head down the slide, while Dangler and Vanilla Polka Dots are peeking out through the peek hole in the playground. The sandbox is always everybody's favorite activity. That and the hula hoops were popular too. Finally, it was time for everyone to pile on to the airplane for an airplane ride. It was a balancing act, but we managed to get everybody onto the airplane. So many giggles were had by everyone on that ride. Of course, tree climbing is always a fun activity. And Ring Around the Rosie doll and Mandry the mandrill both indicated they love tree climbing. Buffalo Tracy loves to cut the grass with his teeth, and he will also cut people, so we had to be careful around him. He has a family that loves him very much, though. On the swing near the labyrinth, that was one of the most popular activities, both with kids during the church year and with the Stuffies. Peggy wants a ribbon for being one of the biggest Stuffies at the sleepover. We had a great nature hike on the trails behind the church, and everybody had fun climbing on top of this log to pose for this picture. Foxy especially loves having adventures, so hiking was especially fun. We all piled back in the wagon to head back into church after all that outdoor playtime. It was time to chill out together in the foyer. Such a nice view out the windows. And there was enough room for everybody on the couches and the couch and the chairs. There's Prancer. He loves jumping high. Everybody was happy to have a little bit of rest time after all that activity. Then, as they looked out the window, they realized that one of our resident deer wanted to check out our sleepover fun. Vanilla Polka Dots wants people to know that she's very shy and sensitive at first, and Horny's a bit of a biter, but you gotta approach him slowly and say please, and then you'll be alright. After we hung out on the couch, we went into our UU worship circle. The Stuffies shared many joys and sorrows together and did a loving kindness meditation, which was really nice. Dangler said, "Whatever you do, don't let him near a turkey, 'cause he goes savage. And he only sleeps if he pukes rainbows." And Ring Around the Rosie doll, her owner says her sneezing is so strong it can break coffee cups. After worship, we headed in for some toothbrushing time with Ballet Cat, because Lollipop brought her toothbrush and toothpaste in her backpack. Ballet Cat tells us that she loves doing ballet. Lollipop and Eliane Otter sent a note to let us know that Friday is movie night at their house. Lollipop's favorite activity is playing maracas. Eliana Otter loves getting her back scratched before bed. It was nice of Ring Around the Rosie doll to scratch it for her. Peggy, Panther Ang, and Chickpea each brought their own blankets, pillows, and storybooks, and Peggy even brought her own Stuffie to sleep with. We got everyone all tucked in for the night after the movie in room 19. Chickpea was happy with his own sleeping bag to sleep next to Peggy and Panther Ang. Everybody went to bed except for those who said their Stuffie could stay up all night. At 4 a.m., here are the night owls eating sweets and playing Monopoly. Overall, it was a great Stuffie sleepover. The end.